with the angry mind. So on a Friday, I had a homie in my office wearing a black t-shirt, and he had writing on it in white, and it said, "Tú eres un pendejo." And underneath in parentheses was the translation, "You are my friend." It said. Let's just say it's not a great translation. And so we all have the angry mind, you know, and things race, we get agitated, we get compulsive, and we complain. And we hold all this stuff in our head and in our minds. We hang on to resentments, and we have this sort of obsessive way of thinking, and we're constantly trying to win the argument. This is what races around in our head. But we don't really want that. I had a homie in my office on Friday who wanted to get into the 18-month program, and he says, "I want to do positive and depart from evil," he said. I said, well, there's a big goal for you. We all do. But we think that the alternative to the angry mind is to be a Pollyanna. Now, Pollyanna comes from a children's book written in 1913, but it's kind of a derogatory term. Oh, he or she is a Pollyanna, which means excessively optimistic, naive, unwilling, or refusing to face the facts of how things really are. I remember years ago at 1848 East 1st Street, there was a homegirl that worked there, and she stepped into my office. And a homie named Lefty had just left the office, and she said, "You gave him money, didn't you?" I said, "They were going to cut off his gas." She shook her head and she said, "And you sucked that shit up with a fat-ass straw, didn't you?" So I gave her a raise. That's the opposite of Pollyanna, you know, and we want to be that. We want to be nobody can fool us, and boy, we are hard-nosed, and we face everything in front of us. That's the kind of the glass is half empty kind of person. And we want to be the glass is half full, because the angry mind is a trap. It enslaves us. A homie just the other day came in all happy and smiling, and we were talking about something, and he said, "Why am I going to be mad at the world? I woke up this morning." And that's exactly what we want to do. That's a free man who replaces what's in the angry mind with all sorts of other stuff, all sorts of gratitude and positive stuff. A couple weeks ago I was in Dallas, and I was trying to change planes to connect to come home, and we were boarding, and so there was a couple in front of me, and they were just treating the woman who was receiving the boarding passes. They were so scandalous and gacho and horrible and rude and humiliating and argumentative. They were just jerky. And I watched this woman. She just wouldn't allow herself to be taken to that place. She nodded and she smiled, but they were complete jerks and self-absorbed and yelling. I don't know what the argument was about. Something maybe the size of their carry-on bag or something. But anyway, they board, and I'm next. And I look at her and I hand her my boarding pass. I said, "You are a saint." And she laughed and she smiled and she said, "You know, sometimes people can be so darn cute, I could scream." So I'm walking onto the plane, and I'm just this so darn cute. I'm thinking pendejos, you know? And she's thinking, "You are my friend." And she was a free woman. She was no longer a prisoner to her own angry mind. So as the great Jermaine Smith tells us, don't let the negative steal your positive. Today you can choose, we all can, to be gratefully positive. You can choose to conquer the angry mind.